Today we're going to learn two tools to use in GeoGebra. So first we're going to go to GeoGebra and we're going to go to the algebra section this time. We want to see all the axes and we want this sidebar to be over here. So first thing we're going to do is right click and we're going to enable the grid. So now we can see exactly where we're plotting our points. The first tool we're going to investigate is the slider tool. So up here, you can see the option for slider. We're going to learn how to use that and what exactly it does. So we are also going to make a vector in order to use our slider. So let's go over here and let's make a vector. We're going to make an initial point. Let's make that right here. Look over at the side, that's -6, 2. Let's drag it this way. And let's make that +6, 2. So now we have a vector. What we're going to do with the slider tool now is use it to make point B slide down left and right. We're going to change the x value of the point 6, 2. So go up to slider and we're going to click slider. Clicking anywhere over here, I'm going to place my slider down and you will see this pop-up window. So notice how the name of this slider is the variable a. A is going to start at 1 and we're going to make it an integer. The lowest value for a is going to be the number 1. The max, let's just make that 15. And we will apply. So here it actually shows up over here as an integer as letter n. So notice how it slides back and forth 1 through 15, and notice that nothing's happening. All we're doing is sliding the slider around and nothing's moving. So let's fix that. Let's go to our point B, and instead of the number 6, erase it and type in n. Now, our B point is going to change depending on what number we have for our slider. So watch. Sliding, and so is the vector. Beautiful. So now let's use this. And we're actually going to make it a bit more challenging. We're going to input a second slider. And we're going to drop it down here. We're going to make this another integer. And in the slider tab, I want you to change horizontal to vertical. Go back to the increments, and let's make this one go up to just 10. So now, nothing is happening again. This doesn't do anything, but this one does. So let's change this. Go back to point B, double click, erase the 2, and type it in I. So now we are going to change the y values. We're going to move this vector up and down. We're also going to move it left and right. Whoops. We are going to use this vector now. So the second tool we're going to investigate is going to be translating. So let's go to our rigid motion, our rigid polygons, and let's create a triangle. I would create the triangle using the corners of the grids just so we know where exactly what points we're using. 1, 2, 3. Back to start. So now we have this polygon. We're going to come up here and we are going to click Translate by Vector. Notice on the bottom of your screen, Translate by Vector says to select an object to translate, which is this polygon, and then to select a vector, which is this one that we just created. Beautiful. Translated polygon. Notice the D prime and the C prime, it's keeping the right notation. So let's go back to our arrow up here, And let's play around with the sliders. What do you think is going to happen as we move the sliders around to our translated image? Let's see. I'm going to change the x values of b. If you predicted that your translated image would move with the vector, you would be correct. It goes up and down just the same way that the slider does. And those are your two new tools to use in GeoGebra.